Hello and welcome to Salam Namaste. Broadcasting live from the Now Media TV studios in Houston, this is Saji Salam. This evening we have a very special guest on the show. We have with us Pradeep Puthoor, an award-winning painter who paints in various media like watercolors, oil on canvas, drawings, and even murals. Pradeep Puthoor, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Saji. It is a pleasure to be here on this prestigious platform and your amazing introduction.
Thank you. Thanks for taking the time to join us, Pradeep. So let's dive right in. I would like to start with when was the first time you discovered your interest in arts?
Saji, right from my early childhood days, I used to draw when I was 4 or 5, as all children do. I started drawing on walls. My father noticed this and he arranged for an art teacher. I got the primary lessons of paintings, opening up a new horizon of lines and colors. I used to participate in various competitions held in local areas and school level. During my school days, I received Shanghai's International Children Painting Contest Prize, which is Asia's biggest art competition for school level students. I received prizes for painting during my pre-degree time also. I attended several college level art events and won prizes. I made sure my path was creative field and joined the College of Fine Arts.
So that is what made you pursue a degree in applied arts. Why did you start with applied arts, maybe, and not something else?
Yeah, Saji, at that time, I was very fond of advertising art and hence I joined applied art. Applied art too is an art with a specific purpose. I passed out from College of Fine Arts with a top rank. I worked with some advertising companies and leading magazines and worked as an art director in some films. At that time, I received an international award for my poster held by the ADIC International. The content of the poster is against the drug abuse. After winning this international award in poster design, I have been invited some leading advertising agencies to join their companies. In advertising, client satisfaction is more important. I found it a little difficult to work as per the clients and left the secure advertising field and chose the field of painting.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. So that's where. So you moved from Fine Arts College, from illustrations in Bombay, to paintings, and then everything under the sky, from murals to watercolors and everything else in painting. And you've won many awards across the world. What were some of these awards, and what were these for?
Yeah. I received so many awards in painting. Yes, Saji. At the age of 26, I received Academy National Award for National Academy, Lalkal Academy, for my oil painting titled Air, which is address the vibrance of life and human conditions. That painting was purchased by a noted art collector, Sarah Abraham, at that time. Then I received an Academy State Award 4 times for painting. Next, I received British Royal Overseas League's Overseas Award for painting. That painting titled Mangled Mother, addressing Indian politics. This painting has been collected by the Singapore High Commission UK. I got a chance to visit stay for a period in the UK. The trip was sponsored by our Indian president, special sanction to receive the award. Next, I received Jackson Pollock Fellowship from New York in 2003. And again, I received this Jackson Pollock Fellowship in 2019. I am the first Indian to receive this fellowship 2 times. After that, I received an honor from Florence Binale, Italy, and was honored with a diploma for my contribution to the art world. I got another honor for a residency in Berlin, Germany. 2 years back, in 2021, I received the prestigious Gottlieb Fellowship for Painting from New York, the second Indian to receive this award. And also, Christie's London auctioned my painting titled My Beloved Tiger for war sale auction.
So it's very, very interesting. There's a lot of awards that you've received. I mean, where do you keep them all in your home? Is the first question that comes to my mind. But that's really great to know that you're winning awards across the world. Let me jump to another question. I keep hearing about art critics talk about a dash of magical realism in your paintings. I mean, what is your perspective on that?
Yeah, sure, Saji. My works are in the middle of fantasy and reality. Critics and viewers have their point of view, I admit. My earlier works were magical realism and gradually changed to a semi-figurative abstract school. Now I am doing abstract works too. My style is always evolving. As a painter, my main concern in the studio or outside is creativity. My philosophy on art is how to be creative, how to see things creatively, and how to think creatively. In this process, the viewer can add their imagination to my work and read the work of art in their own way too. That is the possibility of the creative painting and its relevance. Saji.
Thanks for shedding light on your style and how you evolved into where you are today. So let's go to some of the earlier experiences in life that molded your art.
Yes. I think painting regularly, studying master's work, meeting with masters, visiting galleries to see works, meeting with artists and their studios, interaction with art lovers, meeting with ordinary people in different fields, traveling, studying the life of the struggling people, watching hospital wards, main subject for me, hospital wards, good films, and good books, new media, information, Facebook, and TV, and nature. These are my major inspirations.
Okay. Oh, and how do you describe the paintings or your style of painting? Is there a specific style? So if I look at a painting, can I say that, hey, by looking at it, can I say, hey, this is a signature Pradeep Puthoor painting? Is there something that calls out from your painting?
Sanjay, I describe my works are very bold and convincing style. I see my work style as my pattern of thinking. How to see differently is the key in my paintings. I use a lot of imagery to make each canvas a melodrama. I am using a lot of motifs. Actually, I can explain the process and style in words in full. That is why I paint. That is why I paint. In my paintings, I give a lot of space to the viewers. The mission of a painting gets complete only when the artist plus work of art plus the viewer collaborate.
Interesting. So that's a very good insight into your paintings and your world of art. Pradeep, we will continue this fascinating conversation after a short commercial break.
Yes.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Have you ever had to hire multiple contractors? It is a daunting task that takes a lot of management time and impacts the core business or the company that time you're spent with your loved ones. At Texas Home Property Solutions, you can count on a responsible company that can tackle all your general contractor needs. Electricity, painting, remodeling, plumbing, air conditioning, and roofing. Hire us and forget it. With over 20 years of experience, Texas Home Property Solution will deliver your project on time and within budget, with the high level of quality and integrity, no matter the size or complexity. If you are a company, a government institution, or an individual who needs a general contractor, you need Texas Home Property Solution. Take a decisive step and call us today for a free consultation.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
Welcome back. Let's continue this fascinating conversation with Pradeep Puthoor. Pradeep, we talked about your evolution from a student in fine arts to a world-renowned painter. So let's go a little deeper into the type of media you use. Do you use drawing? I mean, do you do watercolors, drawings, oil? Maybe we'll, as we speak, let's pull up some of your drawings as well, and while you talk about your drawings.
Yes, yes. Drawing is my favorite. I started drawing from my early childhood days, and drawings are my favorite. As all artists, art students do, I started on the spot drawing by visiting places and drawing, and that I see in front of my eyes, like humans, animals, mountains, seas, etc. The result that was attained was a realistic drawing at that time. The next step was a little advanced stage of drawing. I searched for new meanings and the new ways of presentation. For example, I visited some places and watched their climates, smell, sound, and changes, trees, and the other people's character, everything. And from this inspiration, I executed drawing into my studio. The studio process is a very hard and it needs contemplation. It is like an experimental lab with a lot of effort between anxiety, fear, failure, a lot of things. Finally, got some good result, the pleasure of invention.
Mm-hmm.
I have been inspired by pop culture, popular culture like roadside hoardings, films, novels, fictions, human conditions, everything, festivals, rituals, smell of the road, smell of human being, and smell of sets of working class, etc., etc. I got a lesson by visiting great masters' work like Picasso, Van Gogh, Rembrandt, and Bosch, Michelangelo, Jackson Pollock, Gottlieb, etc., etc. The lesson I got from great masters is the fearless freedom of expression. Even now, I am following this method, not concerned about the gallery's interest or buyer's interest. The backbone of all work of art, whether it is painting or sculpture or in architecture, is drawing.
Mm-hmm. So for your typical drawing, like the one we just saw a moment ago, how much time and effort does it take? Do you do this in one shot, meaning you sit down and draw this over, I don't know, one day, 1 week, 1 month, or do you start on something and then leave it there and then come back later? How does that that really happen?
Saji, it is a big process. Sometimes it needs 1 day. Sometimes it is a big process, and we want to add a lot of imageries. Then we want some more specimen, and we go outside and collect for drawings and watching people's figure. That is a big process. Sometimes that needs around 2 to 3 days. Sometimes some big paintings I want around 2 months I spent for one work. That's sometimes very quick. One day I have planned to finish one small work. That is depends upon the theme of the work. Some themes are very complicated and we want to say a lot about that. then we spend a lot of time for that. That is my drawing process.
Very interesting comments there on the process. So now let's jump right into your watercolors. So now we're moving into more of the color. That's what I like in your painting. So let's talk about the watercolors and what inspires you to do those.
Watercolors work of art. It is a favorite medium to me, like drawings. Watercolor is a very light medium, light color with water. But its possibilities are very high and very rich. The using of watercolor has some traditional methods. First, I followed the traditional way, and later on, I found my way of application. I want something different application. But the first step, the traditional method helped a lot. First, as I usual, I showed my experimental works, watercolor works to my colleagues, and I received a wide-eyed response from them. Then I showed my works to galleries in India and abroad and got a good acclaim. I am using the best color in the old Holland because that is the color is most expensive, but which is most vibrant color. And the paper I am using is France Archie's 650 GSM thick paper, very thick paper. And it could get amazing result. That is why I collect this type of expensive materials. The working process are same for watercolors in studio, like how I do my drawings. Inside the studio, I have face strain, fear, anxiety, and a lot of failure, and finally reach a good work of art. As per the theme, I do watercolors in diverse format, very small to huge size. As per the theme, I choose my medium also. If it suits watercolor, I do a watercolor work. Otherwise, I do canvas work. That depends upon the theme.
Interesting. So depending on the theme, you choose whether it is a fit for watercolor or canvas. And I love the watercolor, your watercolor paintings for the vibrance. But let's look at your talk about your canvas paintings and dive a little deeper into that.
Yeah. Canvas works, my concern are very diverse. It is a hard and thick medium that needs the application of heavy colors with oil and turpentine medium. The smell of oil color inside the studio takes me to a hallucinative mood. Take me to the periods back and forth. This medium has fascinated great masters like Da Vinci, Rembrandt, Van Gogh, Monet, and many others, and contemporary artists are doing oil paintings. Even though their styles were different, they all used oil colors to paint great art pieces. The studio process of oil works is challenging, but the final results are amazing. I like to big canvas works and once exhibited in the gallery. The big work has a magical effect. It gives a mega drama effect, big works. That is why I am doing very big works. Some big canvas works take 2 to 3 months to get finished. Around 20 to 30 feet, like very huge works. That needs big galleries also. Want to exhibit. A small gallery can't afford that. Because of space. The process of painting is a chain from our ancestral painters. Uh, Picasso could be inspired by Paul Cézanne. Paul Cézanne could be inspired by Gustave Courbet. I am also a small piece of the big chain. Saji.
Is there some other, you know, Indian form of painting, like tantric paintings or tantric art, which influenced you in your early days? Is that, or am I just making a guess here?
As a painter, everything inspired me. I would like to see things differently. That is in a creative. And there are a lot of styles inspire me at the college days. Because at that time we have no idea about to select this type of. But later I understood that that style is not, I don't like to follow that. Actually, Tantric is not my favorite. I don't know actually what is the meaning of Tantric. Saji, I frankly.
Well,
I
yeah.
get,
Anyway, so
I get
it's a great conversation so far, Pradeep.
yes.
Let's come back again after a short commercial break.
Yes.
Hi, folks. Robert Quigley here, America's Independent, Washington, D.C. We're on the road to the White House. Tyrannies of the extreme must end. Americans firmly believe that the needs of the many must outweigh the needs of the few. What folks do in their bedrooms and the lifestyles they choose are protected legal rights. However, the other 99.9999% of Americans have a legal right to be free from those choices. Adolescence is tough, but it is a crime to interfere with the normal and usual course of nature, childhood development. Schools must operate within the parents' reasonable expectations. Most left-leaning folks are moderates. They want the government to have the backs of all Americans. Go to robertquigleyforpresident.com, find the donor box button. Team America needs your dollars. Together, we will make it work for all of us.
Paid for and approved by the Robert Quigley for President campaign.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
Call 855-993-2096 right now. That's 855-993-2096.
Welcome back as we continue this amazing conversation with Pradeep Puthoor. Pradeep, let's dive into another aspect of painting. I mean, more than painting, life. So how does your family deal with your life as a painter? How how do your parents look at it? How do your wife and kids see this?
For me, families get support. They're not lovers. One important thing is that painting is a mission or a crusade. It cannot be done expecting support from everywhere. It needs great courage to go ahead. But gradually, our support will come on the way while we go ahead. In early days, my father supported very well. He was an Ayurveda doctor at that time, and he studied in Trivandrum city. That is why he know about some relation to the art and culture. That is why he promoted at the very early age. And I got a good chance to do more works in the early stage. And around 10 or 12 at the age, I participated in the best international competition in Kozhikode. That is, that is around 400 kilometers from Trivandrum.
Okay.
And at the age, I participated and won a good prize at that time. And father very supportive, and he arranged more color, and he arranged teachers to study, and everything he arranged. I got a very good chance from my parents and from my friends, from family, because I am going in that way. If a support or not, but we want to face a lot of things. Definitely. It is not a job, it is a mission or crusade. And I don't know, but I like this mission. That is why I follow. I'm so interested to follow this life, art life.
Interesting. What about your family now? Wife and kids, how do they see this?
Yes, because first time they are not aware of what's the painter's life. And she's a postgraduate, and she has some reading habit and everything. And later she understood that painter's job, that is not a job. That is a life, and that is why she followed me. We had a lot of struggles inside. With at the early stage, we faced a lot of financial crisis. And anyway, I give up my profession. I always go in front, and all the ways are open for me. A lot of people encourage and support me. I in Bombay, a lot of big personalities supported me. And Ibrahim Al-Kasi, he's founder director of National School of Drama. Ibrahim Al-Kasi is a great man. He supported me at that time, financial support. And I met legendary painters Semo Hussain, Dev Mehta, Lashmaga, Atul Dodia, Yada Ramachandran, Peter Nagi, and eminent figures like architect V.R. Doshi, the founder director of National, I mentioned that Ibrahim Al-Kasi, and the curator Surfa Bahal, and National Institute of Design founder director Jeera Sarafai, our Sarafai's sister. And I received a good support from them. I meet them and ask them for support. That is why I got a good welcome. Similarly, from the overseas legendary artist Christo and Cloud, very famous figure. And Franz Orbach is German and now living in London. Is one of leading figure. And John and Toby Clark, well-known art collector in London, and Jana Manuel Pillai, a well-known collector in Sri Lankan, but born and brought up in UK. They support me. My travel to many places, meeting leading contemporary artists and conversations. And actually, the ways are always open. If you will, you can go. Just do. Don't fear.
That's a very inspiring message for many painters and artists who are wanting to come into this field and
Yes.
a little worried because we always hear about a starving artist, so it's not a good place to start.
Yes. My art is like a flying. it always traveling from one place to another. It is a moving process. It is not a stagnant, always a moving. And a lot of difficulties are there, no problem. We are going in that way.
Oh, that's good to know. So now let's talk about your drawings in a little more detail, and we'll pull up some drawings to talk about those specific drawings and what inspired you to draw that, etc. So let's talk about your drawings and the process that you go through.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because some drawings are very meticulous. Because we watch countryside all the time, we can see hundreds of lines in their figures, hundred thousands of figures. From farmers, we watch their hands have thousands of lines, and leg hundreds of lines. And the lines are coming from that side. And also we search some struggling people's figure. A lot of lines of power. That's why I felt that some occasions
Let's
we
keep this
want
one.
to more lines to express our feelings. That is why I use more lines and sometimes want to add some bright color for that. And sometimes we are giving some meaning. And actually, it is a process. Meaning is like we are giving our kids that mean this name, that only. But we can't explain from with the caption. That is beyond that. We want to viewer enter in that work of art, and they want to find their own meanings. That is it, the wide possibilities of drawing.
So let me do this. Let me pick up one of your drawings and then tell you what I think about this. Okay, and it might be so. This one, for instance, here, what I'm seeing is a more like a temple god or goddess, but I don't with a lot of colors. I see. It's a temple that and a goddess actually that comes to my mind. Does it have anything to do with what I'm seeing? Is that what you had in mind when you came up with this painting?
Saji, this is the possibility of the creative work of art, because it has a lot of possibility to think in the viewer also. You find a lot of good meaning. Actually, that is related to my that. Actually, that's but in your way, you find some divine way. That is the possibility of the work of art, because it is like some alphabets. Alphabets can join and make new meanings. That is like drawings. You find some another meaning. That is the possibility of this.
So what you're saying is you have something in mind, but the person who sees the painting may have a totally different perspective altogether. It might be just nowhere near what you had in mind when you started drawing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that is a big process. Started because I'm wandering days are my process. Just wander, research, and travel roadside and listen everything. And how to present in a new ways. Always I am searching how to present in a new way and a different way. Different way means different thinking pattern from the common people's view. I don't follow the traditional way. You want to think your own way, and it open a new window of what I create and transform my ideas through paintings or walls of art to visible to others. I'm trying that, how to visible my thoughts into their mind. That is why I address different themes like human conditions and nature, socio-political issues are connecting with that. Everything is connecting with. Then exhibiting in the gallery. Viewers are coming and see and they find meanings. They are thinking because that is a thinking process also need a thinking process because this is not a ice cream or anything. It is something beyond. You want to think more and they want to express your feelings direct and the fearless expression of artist and viewer. They both want fearless expression because our country, I'm living in India, we are facing a hundreds of fighting for religion, fighting for everything. A lot of fights are here. No mercy, no love or anything. I don't know why people are like this. I never visited temple in my life. Because God is something beyond that. God is something beyond that. I am addressing this type of philosophy in my paintings. It is for people, not for a few people. I want to donate I want to contribute my ideas to people, and they want to educate from this. The education is another process in my painting
Okay.
because they are believing in why traditional. They are believing something. Something people are believing some old stories and following in that way. I
Okay.
don't like in that way.
Good,
Want to
good,
think
good conversation so far, Pradeep. Let's come back and talk more after a short commercial break.
Hi, folks. Robert Quigley here, America's Independent, Washington, D.C. We're on the road to the White House. Today, who is Quigley? I'm a Navy child from Lexington, Kentucky. I earned 3 law degrees, 2 bar exam passes. I worked in the trenches in East Asia and Europe for 10 years as a young man. I've got 30 years of business ownership experience, including retail stores, wholesale businesses, production workshops. I've done stints in finance on Wall Street and in many other areas. Quigley and team, we're taking the White House to make government work for the people. We will tackle climate repair, introduce Quigley Care. We're going to create millions of new business owners, millions of new homeowners. We're going to tackle student loans and lower inflation. The time has come to take back the government to solve problems. Go to robertquigleyforpresident.com, find the donor box button, donate your spare change. Team America needs you. Join. We will make America work for everybody.
Paid for and approved by the Robert Quigley for President campaign.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, you can see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Welcome back. I'm sure you're enjoying this interview so far. So let's continue this conversation. Let's go to talk a little bit about the watercolor paintings and your style around watercolors. What makes you choose watercolors versus canvas in certain cases and the like?
Yeah. Watercolor, the process of every artist same. Drawing or watercolor or oil painting. but we decide which is shoot for watercolor. The theme is shoot for watercolor. Then we select that we are trying to do in watercolor because some themes needs some light effect to tell our story in a different way. Some needs some drawings, but the watercolor, its possibilities, it is very light and very comfortable, very private, and very one of my favorite. And it can work very easily with a table and some color. But you can do an oil painting like in this way. That is another job, a hard job. It needs another ambience and another powerful vigorous needs around. You want to stand a lot of hours in front of that. But watercolor is very comfortable. And whatever color has, and the medium has their own meaning in drawing or metal or stone. When a stone sculpture, that stone talks some another language to our side, because in a stone you see that medium, the stone, that has a lot of the years, thousands of years stories behind that stone. And same like a paper, another story, and the result are another. And I choose sometimes which one is suit for my work.
So let's pull up one watercolor here. So this one,
Yeah.
I'm seeing bones, animals. What were you thinking when you drew this?
Yes, this one I draw and paint. That is Animal on the Ram. I titled that Animal on the Ram. Because human beings are like animals now. Their outer figure is a colorful man, but when we study them, their visions and their thoughts are really bad like an animal. In that theme, I did hundreds of drawings. Animal on the Ram. Ram means you understand that. Ram, the colorful where people are entering for fashion and other things. They are performing very well, but other side is very bad. This theme, I did a lot of course. Animal on the Ram, and I exhibited in UK. And where in the UK, I exhibited a solo show, and Berlin, I exhibited these walls, and in Delhi, Nature Mode Gallery, prestigious gallery. A lot of good applause received this type of walls. A little arrogant and little irritating walls are there. Not very cool to decorate our room. My work is not a decorative piece. I don't like to. It is a drag to say there's a decorative piece. It is as it's a mission. Pain is a big subject to me.
Right. Good. So now let's dive into your canvas paintings. There are quite a few of them. I have my favorites there, though I cannot afford them. I see a lot of your paintings, canvas paintings. So let's pull up your canvas paintings and talk about what goes into it. What are your favorites? For instance, this one. Where do you exhibit this? Is it is already bought by somebody? Let's talk a little bit about your customers as well. That would be helpful.
This one is a tree. My childhood days, my big trees are ground, and that is father has told me hundreds of tales about that tree. That's a very old tree, and that inspired. That is not a tree to me. That is a history. That is something beyond history, attachments, feelings connected with my father's parents and a lot of things. And I'm watching the childhood days of my father through a tree. That is why I add a lot of imageries and the title that Father's Hamlet on a full moon day. That is the title of that painting, Father's Hamlet on a full moon day. And I visited after my father's death. I visited that place and the feelings and his memories and a lot of things. And this inspiration, I did the work of art and exhibited in galleries, and these type of same feelings are everywhere, and they can feel, they can understand in a new way.
So,
This one
so this
also
one, I
kind of
mean, I think the previous one you talked about was very. The first one was very personal to you, a deeper meaning in there. This one to me looks very festive. You know, very much like a festival, like a lot of masks and colors. What is going on here in this canvas?
this one is my childhood days, and a
Okay.
lot of memories. The festivals are colorful, balloons, and a lot of imageries are connected with that.
Okay.
Because I want to connect a lot of imageries to make a new meaning to the society. Because we want to I don't like to make a very ornamental piece to decorate the walls, because painting is beyond a lot of purpose behind. And in that way, I'm searching and finding some different ways. And gradually, you can see my styles are evolving from one style to first stage is realistic style, and then gradually magical realism, and gradually to the abstraction. This is a process of our traveling, our progress, and we are studying a lot of things from different angles, different places, from different people. These inspirations are connected to make paintings.
This is,
This
you
is
know,
how,
this is a very beautiful painting. Those colors show a
yeah.
very active and happy childhood is what I'm seeing from that painting, and it reflects all the joy and color. So
That inspired you, Saji Salam, how you traveled that painting, and you feel the childhood memories. I understood.
interesting. Let's look at one more canvas painting, and then talk about that, and understand what went behind that painting, and also talk about whether you have where this painting is right now. This one, for instance, there's a lot of blue. I see some geckos or lizards, small lizard kind of hands there, and some bright lights, yellow lights. Beyond that, I don't know what the heck is going on. So that's my view of this. What were you thinking?
Saji, that is the possibility of the creative work of art, because you are trying to find some meaning. That is a big process, because you're working and I create, and another person is going through that way, and he's having another vision. This is the possibility of creative work of art. That is why I'm always doing something creative work. That needs a lot of time, and needs a lot of contemplation and a lot of study. But the final result is a good specimen for our future art. In our next generation, they can understand the way the artists and other people who lived here, and what they invent a lot of possibilities.
Okay. Oh, very good. Pradeep, where do you sell your paintings? Let's talk about the commercial aspect. And how do you sell this? Is it online? If somebody wants to buy these paintings, where do they how do they, get hold of them? Do you typically sell them online, or how do you go about, or at the whatever art galleries? How do you go about with that?
Saji, interested person can collect paintings either directly from my studio or can collect from galleries at the exhibition time. But I like to deal directly with art lovers. Contact, because clients can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. I can send the links. Please show.
Okay. Interesting. And is that where most of your customers contact you nowadays? Is that on Insta, or do they get you at these art galleries? How is that happening right now?
Yeah, different ways, because most of them are from Facebook and Instagram. Yes, that is and a lot of people other in exhibition time, they come and direct, they meet, and some people are communicate. I want you, I like your works and want a work. Okay, a lot of different. But I want a good art lovers. I want to talk with, and some very interesting thing is that some good art lovers, they have limited money, but they want, they are so interested by. In that case, that's very genuine, and I adjust with their interest.
Okay.
And I like a lot of, because money is a matter of, I know, but we want to, interest is very more important.
Okay. Interesting. So that's, I think I learned a lot about paintings, your style. I learned about watercolors, my canvas, murals, drawings, and the rationale behind your choosing some of these media. And I'm hoping that our, I'm sure that our viewers had a fascinating interview, and learned a lot about the world of art as well today. So we'll be, thanks for joining us today, Pradeep, and for our viewers out there, we'll be back same time next week.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, you can see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Hi, folks. Robert Quigley here, America's Independent, Washington, D.C., run the road to the White House. Folks, the status quo has failed us. We will increase home ownership to the 80% range. We will repair the climate. We will enact Quigley Care. We will increase your Social Security check. We will lower your taxes. We will reset student loan discharges. We will feed the 25% of our kids that go hungry every day. We will recreate 30 million new business owners. We will reshore America's squandered production might. We will lower your taxes. Your help, support, and